What's up, everybody? Welcome in to Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and it is just me today. So it's going to be us. It's going to be a little bit of a different show. However, going to have some fun. We're going to break it down. So I'm going to need everybody here. All right. Bring it. Tell me what you got. We're going to go through it, and we will try to keep all of this the same today, but working through some issues, and we will get it finished. So, everybody, let's take a look at how we did on, what is that, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Let's take a look here. All right, DG, 1 out of 2. There, the NBA. Big Chuck, 1 out of, what is that, 4? Yep. Soupy, 1 out of 2. Tough one there for Raphael. And a perfect day for Peyton Lodge. Look at him, man. Look at Peyton. Young Peyton, bringing it, man. So it goes 2 out of 2. Now, our Howie Schwab crew play of the day. We've got Kansas +6, Iowa State -6, Georgia +11.5, Tennessee -11.5. Polls in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. Okay, so take that part out of here. Now, like I said, just me, you guys. Let's go get it. All right. So our picks for today, I'll just go ahead and give everybody's out while we've got it up here. All right. I'm going Tennessee 11.5 -110 against Georgia, coming back off of, well, kind of a whooping. They've had themselves a week. All right, we're going to take Tennessee on the bounce back here at home against Georgia, even though it's a good Georgia basketball team. Raphael's on the Lakers team total over 111.5, and Giannis Antetokounmpo under 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists -115. Seabass is on 10+ rebound parlay +107, going Nikola Jokic and Josh Hart. Big Tommy Carlucci is going Commanders +9.5 -112. There we go. All right. Now I'll put myself back on here. Like I said, it's going to be just us. All right. Now, what I want to do is break down some of these games, and let's see what we've got. So, first off, looking forward to the NFL. I want you guys to tell me, all right, let's break down each one of these games, and we're going to kind of look spread, total, but a breakdown of how these are going to go. All right. So, like I said, I will absolutely need everybody in the chat to help pick me up and give me your ideas. Liddy said, let's see the hair growth. Look, kind of got it there. It's coming in. Now, Liddy, I'm at the point where I have to figure out, are we going to shave it down again, or are we going to let it grow? You know what I mean? Kind of at that point. Like, you're right. Like, we're at the point where we have to figure that out. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. So, and anybody that's tuning in for the first time is like, what in the hell is this? Yeah, we got some tech issues going on. So, just want to make sure that we get live somehow. Yeah, so that is where I'm at with that. I kind of liked it shaved. Like, it was definitely simple. In the shower, it's awesome because you don't have to worry about it. You just like that 3 and you're good to go. Yeah, Roger says a ponytail. That's what we need, bro. We had a ponytail, man. That would be great. Raven, Big Chuck would be proud of the soccer parlays that I made. I want to see it. What do you got? Let it grow, Diet Purple. Now we're talking. Hey, thank you for those right there, by the way. The 5 that you dropped in memberships. I mean, you continue to be the man. Also, I've got I'll email you after. But yeah, what we were talking about, I've got that coming your way. Shaved is like the cash out option for suckers. Yeah, it's something. It is something. A ponytail would not. No, bro, it wouldn't. It wouldn't at all. All right, so let's take a look at these games here. And let's start Saturday, okay? 4:30 Eastern. Texans at the Chiefs. Chiefs an 8.5-point favorite, total of 41.5. Now, okay, so usually, all right, so what the books are saying, Chiefs an 8.5-point favorite, okay, but a low total. which is generally what happens. Now, the Chiefs have been winning with their defense for sure, okay? But you see a low total there with a spread that's over a touchdown, right? Now, here's the deal. Take a look at the game below it, all right? And we'll get to that as well. But a 9.5-point spread for the Lions and a total of 55.5. That's a massive number. Now, I get it. Both of these offenses are good. But what I want you to see are those two differences right there. Right? Like, the first total makes sense to me. The second one, it seems a lot. It like blowouts lead to unders. You know what I mean? So we'll talk about the first one. All right. Tizzle, this game is going to depend on what CJ Stroud we get. I agree. Like, what do we expect from the Texans? They played well. Obviously, beat the Chargers. But like a lot of that, do we put a lot of that on the Chargers? Right? Like, Herbert had a bad game. Obviously turned it over, created points. You know what I mean? And again, that's not taking away from Houston. That's just how much do we put on that, right? Number two, like the Chiefs have been here. You know, a week off is good for them. They're veterans. They know what they're doing. They've been winning with their defense. Like, that's the deal. So just you lock all the dictator. No. They were here early. I don't know what happened. Things just came across. Robert, 7-point tease. Let's see. To get the Lions game under 2.5. Yeah, like, how do you guys feel about that? Yay? Nay? Like, it seems pretty good. I says literally joining, but -6, a big number for the Cyclones to cover even at home. Yeah, like this is gonna be a good game tonight. College basketball. I can't wait to see it. Yeah. So, all right, 400. Yeah, like that's the deal, right? And again, the Texans created that. Like, we're not taking it away from them, but I don't know if the Chiefs are going to give them those opportunities in terms of scoring. Like, I just don't know if it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Roger says long drives, coming up, driving fourth downs, nerves causing concussion at times. I've got unders across the board. Even Ohio State, Notre Dame, and we'll talk. We're going to break down the college here in just a second as well. Roger, I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm kind of with you. Like, unders seem like a play, man. All right, so Texans Chiefs, we see it 8.5, 41.5. We'll jump to the next one here. The Lions, all right, Commanders at the Lions. So 9.5-point favorite, 55.5. Okay, so we know. Well, we don't know, but we think we know what we're going to get out of Detroit, right? Like, even when you take a ceiling and the floor in the middle, like you pretty much have an idea what you're going to get out of Detroit, right? Now, Washington, I mean, they've been great all year long. There's a reason why they're in the divisional round, right? Against Tampa, there were some red zone issues. The red zone issues that they've had. Does that play into it? Right? Like, if you had to play the total over or under, or you had to play the spread over or under, which would it be? And which would you choose? Drop it in the chat. Like, it's what sticks out to me is the under, but it's dangerous because Detroit can obviously be Detroit and score 50 points on anybody. That's nothing against Washington, right? And Jayden Daniels has proven that he's not nervous when the lights are on. Yeah. I think the under, if I had to choose one of those four. Art says, give a live bet winner in the Discord. Byron out of boy. Here we go, dog. Dan Quinn's gonna be going for every single fourth down. Like, dude, that's gonna be fun because you're gonna have both coaches doing that. And Dan Quinn loves, dude, the backwards dad hat. I love, like, Dan Quinn looks like he's having a blast. And it's funny because it looks like Cliff Kingsbury is the head coach. And DQ is the defensive coordinator. It cracks me up. But, like, Dan Quinn seems like an awesome guy. Like, this is a game of two awesome, like, dudes, two awesome coaches that you want to pull for. Like, I'm all in for that. Omar says total over under. Yeah, I agree. I'm teasing the Bills to 8.5. The Rams was 12, 6-point teaser. Okay. Yeah, I think this could be a teaser weekend. Gotta go work calls. Seth, good to see you, buddy. Have a good day at work, man. If it's close to the fourth, like a change, definitely. Like, Washington can play with anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, feel good now. So it says under and Lions minus 9.5. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those two correlate for sure. Like, let me say, if you're betting the Lions minus 9.5, that likely means that Washington probably didn't score a ton. And again, I'm not saying that happens. What I'm saying is blowouts and unders correlate. Tight games, that's what gets you to overs. Can't trust any team. Man, like, okay, so look at the spreads, right? 8.5, 9.5, Eagles 6, and then the Ravens 1.5 on the road. Like, this is a tough weekend, man. Spreads wise, this is a brutal one. She said I could see a 35-24. Dude, like, see, that's the other thing too. I'm with you. Like, that's what makes it so difficult. Like, I say the under, but I mean, again, the Lions could put up a ton of points. So could Washington, right? Like, that's what makes it tough. Now, the crazy thing is, like, 35-24. What is that? 59, 3.5 points. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Like, 35, like, that's how large of a total this is. Like, you just kind of, like, knock it around in your head. It's a big total. To where 35-24, and you're probably sweating, like, a last, like, final touchdown, sometime mid fourth quarter. Rob, what up? Good morning, buddy. Tizzle, team totals might be the route. Yeah, I agree. Roger, bring it down to Teaserville. Teaser, please. Voice by prohibited. Yep. Well done. Dude, I love it. Dan Quinn he makes me happy. Like, he's having a good time. And not that it's like, hey, we're just happy to be here, but there is a part of that is great because you could tell the culture of that locker room is solid. Brian, a 6 or 7-point teaser with Chiefs and under in Detroit, Washington. That's good. That's pretty good. Now, I'll say this, admittedly, I don't tease games. Like, I don't play teasers a whole lot. And not for, like, any, principled stance reason or anything like that. Like, I just play other things. So I say that to say anyone who does, like, this sounds great. You know what I mean? Like, I would love you guys' advice, in terms of teasers of how you guys would go about it. Quite the multi-task. Not a lot of these, man. Not a lot of them. Robert, spread for the Chiefs and Eagles, total for the Bills and the Rams. You going over or you going under? 51.5. So the Lions D isn't the Bucks D, and the Lions offense. Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. You ain't lying there. Japan this weekend, only money line teams just got to win to move on. Like, that's another thing too. Is that, I mean, number one, you're 1,000% correct. Number two, like, not that teams play into spreads or anything, but your overall point is that when you have the natural flow of a game and you have teams that are, over a touchdown favorite, on average, they're up by 7 to 10 points in the fourth quarter, even late third quarter, and they're in field position mode, right? Keep the offense safe. Just don't turn it over. Try to get a couple first downs. We don't mind punting. Field goal would be great. Don't need a touchdown. Like, that's the mindset. So you see how these playoff games so far, like, it feels like the clock is just constantly running. You know what I mean? Like, the games go by so fast. You look up, and you're like, dude, there are 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Like, that's how it feels to me. And, yeah, I'm with you on that. DK knows Commanders Lions are always going to go for it. Ooh, Zach, that's a good look. That's a good look, bro. Let's see, Robert. Spread for the Chiefs and Bills, till the Ravens, Lions. My bad. There, you're good. You're good. You're good. Definitely not parlaying that. Just no. Like it. Byron, under 55.5. He said need 8. Yeah, like it's so many touchdowns, and I talk about like playing drive enders, right? Find my camera. In terms of props. Because it's the only thing in the game that you can count on that absolutely has to happen. Every drive has to end. All right? Interception, fumble, punt, turnover on downs, field goal, touchdown. There we go. Right? So, if you have what? 12 drives in a game, 13, 7 and 6, respectively, on each side. Like 8 out of 13 ending in a touchdown. I mean, it's tough. So, yeah, Byron, I'm with you, man. Let's see, maybe a sprinkle. Might be a teaser weekend. Yeah, like you guys are saying it, and it sounds right. Eagles will cover because of weather. Matt and the cold doesn't go well. Ooh, yeah. Philly folks, are we gonna have weather? Like, I know it's I mean, obviously it's gonna be cold, but any idea? I haven't looked yet, but that's a great point. Okay, let's get to this one. So, Rams at the Eagles. Eagles a 6-point favorite. Both of these teams are winning with their defense. Both of them. Go look at the Rams. All right, take the Seahawks game out of it, which didn't matter. I believe the Rams have had 3 straight games that they've held their opponent to exactly 9 points. Now, I'm not saying that the Eagles are going to help with that, but what I'm saying is that their defense is on fire. This could be an under game. 43.5. We could see punts in this one too. Boom. Let's go. All right, Mesnick. Let's go, dog. Efren, good morning, buddy. Mistakes are magnifying the playoffs. Other than Dan Campbell, another coach. You're right. Zach says 7 point teaser across the board. Plus 200 Chiefs. Let's see. Or plus 200. Chiefs minus 1.5. Lions minus 2.5. Eagles plus 1. Bills plus 8.5. All right. Like, I rock with all that. Dad hat. Look, he loves it. Dad hat. Dude, Dan Quinn is awesome. Like, he makes me happy. Like, what he looks like on the sideline is, I imagine what he looks like when he's grilling in the backyard, like for the kids. Like, if you're one of his kids and you see that he's got the backwards hat on, like around the house, that's when you ask, like, hey, can I borrow $20? Like, that's when he's in his best mood. If he goes no hat, that's when you don't ask. He's very upset. A frontwards hat, 50-50. You don't know what you're going to get. But if it's backwards, oh, yeah. Big DQ's feeling it. There's rain in the snowcast for that game. Hope that doesn't make it a snoozer. Rams and Eagles. Yeah. Okay. Lee says 2 teams, 7-point teaser. Chiefs minus 1.5. Buffalo plus 6.5. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Also 1.5, so 6-point tease gets them to 7.5. Fan says, I don't see the Rams pick. Nah, I don't either. I mean, like, defense for sure. But yeah, the offense question. Both games under and money line of low. Yep. With there. Ninja says, Lego Rangers Avalanche. What did I have? First period over cash. Boom, that boy. Let's see. Washington, Detroit under 64. Baltimore, Buffalo under 60. LA, Philadelphia under 52.5. Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. I like this. Washington, Detroit under 64. I'm with it. Baltimore, Buffalo under 60. Okay. I like that. Let's talk about this. I want to jump to the Ravens Bills game here. We'll get back to the Rams and Eagles in a second. So there's a lot on the line. A lot on the line. Obviously advancing. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you have two quarterbacks who, not that they need a Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl would really cement their legacies and their fan base and their you know what I mean? Like, these are two teams that are in the fight every year. It's tough when you've got the 90s Bulls and the Chiefs in here, right? But you also have both quarterbacks that, I mean, is this for the MVP? Like, it feels like Josh Allen has it, but Lamar Jackson has better numbers across the board. But it feels like Josh Allen has it. Like, if the Bills win, it's Josh Allen MVP, right? What if the Ravens win? Like, I'm fascinated with that part. But another thing here is that total of 51.5. It's going to be cold. All right. John Harbaugh and the Ravens will go conservative. Like, they do it every year. I mean, they're going to run the football for sure. But, like, this feels like it feels like an under game, but 51.5. Like, both these teams can just go. Like, when they turn it on, it feels just like shot in the arm, right? I don't know. I don't have my mind made up on this one yet. This one's tough. This one's really tough. Yes, I agree with that. Now, you're going to have to obviously put a few together because you got such large spreads, which I'm not saying that you weren't saying that. You were, like, you know it. Like, I'm with you. I think that, like, every point is going to matter. Every one of them. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's why, like, you guys' teaser plays have seemed so good. Robert, Chiefs money line, Lions money line. Other two games are volatile for money line. I agree. Like, I think we're all together pretty set that the Chiefs are going to move on. Like, I think it would take a catastrophic screw up for the Texans to win. I saw somebody say that even the Chiefs aren't infallible from playing the first game of the playoffs because of the Texans, the early game. That made me laugh. As an AFC South person, that made me laugh because it's very accurate. Yeah, I agree. More volatile for sure. Oilers Wild 1.5. Yeah, they had some problems on him. Ninja, please, Vegas gambling god, Chiefs lose this weekend. Like, okay, so all right. Well, I'll get right back to the comments 1 second, but real quick, speaking of that, all right. You just have to write the team, and we're just talking about the game. Don't worry about the spread. Who gets upset this weekend? Right? Like, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Eagles, and I don't think we can really call an upset in Ravens or Bills because it's so tight. You know what I mean? So we'll just take that one out of it. But if you had to pick One team. And I'm just talking just straight up, like not betting, nothing. Who would you go with? Lamar says the Chiefs. Choose the Eagles. Brian says, I like Chiefs, Eagles, Lions, money. That's pretty good. I don't have the book up in front of me. What does that come out to? Is that even? Taking the Rams money. Like, dude, that's like and it's scary when a team is winning with defense. Like we talked about it before the game the other night with the Rams and the Vikings. Sean McVay is one of the best coaches ever, man. Like this dude is so uncanny and uncannily good. That's not even a word. At taking what you do and doing it to you. He's unbelievable at it. Like it's crazy. And it's crazy looking at a guy who's like, I don't know what, a year younger than me. And you're like, wow, that guy's pretty intelligent. Eagles and Chiefs hopefully both lose. Joko Lions. Okay. 561. Chrome says the Eagles here. Nate says the Lions go down. Randall, Chiefs upset. Okay. Jason says Eagles lose to the Rams. Jason Chiefs. Chicago Pat says the Chiefs. Robert, let's see. We like a show. Gonna be a showdown. Japan Chiefs, but only because they've barely. Yeah, like that's the crazy thing with them is that they have played they have won every style of game, which is crazy, which is the sign of a good team. But it's also like, how many times are you going to get, the doink in to the goalpost? You know what I mean? Especially if it's a lower scoring game. Like, look, man, the Texans have studs. Also, is this DeAndre Hopkins revenge game? I mean, the Texans have dudes like CJ Stroud when he's on his game is incredible. And the Texans defense when they're on is incredible. And Joe Mixon can cut anybody. Like, that's the scary part. Like, a lot of it comes down to how many points the Chiefs score. Now, I'll say this. All right. The Texans defense will give up yardage. They give up big plays. I think they're like second worst in the league. Like, they give up a ton of big plays. I'll tell you this. You know what will come into play in this? Defensive pass interference, defensive holding. The Chiefs, like, they might use that, right? Like, I'm not saying, like, the refs are on the Chiefs side. I'm saying, like, Patrick Mahomes is good enough to throw it a little underthrown to get a call, which, I mean, competition, right? Matthew Stafford can do it. Like, these guys can do that. Pay attention to that for sure. John says, Chiefs, Lions, Buckeye. Ooh, that's another good one too. All right, we're going to talk about college in a second because that's definitely a part of it. And the national championship is Monday. So we've got Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. And the national championship being your cap at the end. Oh, John, you're a brilliant son of a gun. Joey be the go. Hey, no, that's you, brother. That's you. Maddie, I'll be on the Rams as well. Nope, no showdown. All right, Eagles will win or Saquon will be upset. Yeah, that's a big thing. God, I still can't believe he went down. I mean, it was the right call, but for bettors, it was just fucking brutal. Rams have no chance. The cold not happening. Yeah, like you're not the first one to say it. Like, and I don't say it like I say it as like you could be right. Scott, Bills all the way. Randall says this is about the other night about the motivation of the Rams because the fire smashing, bro. Wouldn't that be big? Like, you have a coach and a quarterback who've done it before, and other guys on the team too. But like for your coach and quarterback to be, veteran dudes that have done it before together, it's dangerous. And with Philly, like Philly's put it all on the line. Like outwardly said, once you bench Saquon, it's Super Bowl or bust. And again, I'm not saying this hammering on Philly. I'm just saying like what we're talking about in terms of this, the mindset that the longer that the Rams stay in this game, the pressure's all on Philly, right? All on Philly. Like, basically, that's what the Rams did to the Vikings. Pressure's all on Minnesota. They score first, and it was over. It was a wrap. Sam Darnold has anybody in life ever burned $60 million faster than Darnold? Like, I know he's going to get paid. He'll probably stay there, but dude, he spent $60 million in 2 weeks. Like, that money was gone. Ugh. Robert Ravens all day. All right, money line on the 3 teams plus 105. Yeah, and you know what? Like, Brian, it's another great point, too, in the fact that there might not be an upset. But, I like, and taking it for the Eagles, like, playing the game, totally get it. Money line, like, I think you're right. Like, you Robert, we're talking, like, I think you're right on that. Like, it seems like the way to go. Money line seems like the way to go. Rob, Rams are good. The Eagles have the number one defensive league. Yeah, see, that's the other thing too. Is like you're not lying. Like Philly, like honestly, like Philly. I'm not gonna say that they had a bad game offensively. It wasn't great, right? Like their ceiling is much higher. But Saquon ran. Like he did his thing. Jalen did his thing. When they needed it, right? They just didn't have to do a whole lot. So it's like I don't hammer their offense and for their defense of how damn good. Like you're right, that defense is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. And the big thing for them is like just don't make mistakes on offense, and they're not. And mistakes, being horrible interceptions or fumbles. Like I'm with you. Like Philadelphia is dangerous, like for this reason, because it's hard to beat a team that doesn't need a bunch of precision. You know what I mean? Like playing hard, tough-nosed defense, run the damn football. If you can't stop either of those, those don't lead to a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? Like if you got to throw it 55 times a game, yeah, mistakes can happen. You need a lot of like parts coming together, right? Like that's a big assembly line of 4 machine parts all needed to operate at once. Run the football, playing defense is one machine that's been going since 1906, and it ain't stopping. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm with you. It is teams that can do that. It is hard to beat. You have to jump on them quick. You have to take them out of those mindsets. You have to make their defense have to take risks. Make their offense have to take risks, right? Now, the problem is that they can do that too. Like the Eagles are so damn good, but that's your chance. So talking about that, like I don't know what the number is on the first quarter, but the Rams are going to try to take a swing because that's what they need to do, and it could happen, or it could be a pick six. Like, we'll talk about that as the week goes, but I'm fascinated at that part. Raymond, I'm flying higher the Eagles. Yeah. Yeah. Home dog Bills, come on. Right? I was a little surprised at that. I was surprised at that. Now, I mean, it's 1.5, but and it's the Ravens. I totally get it. But yeah. Chicago says the chefs. Dizzle personally can't beat Mahomes in the playoffs, but it's Kansas City. Like, that's the other part of the Ravens and Bills is that you have all of these pieces on the line, all of them. And then the winner likely has to play Kansas City. like Ravens Bills is going to be one of those exhausting. I'll put myself on screen so it's not just a little one. Like, that's going to be an exhausting game because, you know, what we talked about, right? Two teams, I'm not saying necessarily like feeling pressure, but kind of feeling pressure. Like, you don't have a lot of time in the NFL. And when your window's open, your window's open. You go get it, right? So you get that. You got winning quarterback to be MVP. Like, I mean, there's just so much on the line that I wonder what the spread would be if they play the Chiefs, like either team. Because that's 2 weeks getting up very, emotionally, right? Now, the Bills beat the Chiefs. I don't know. I'm fascinated with that. Aaron says, AB 4 team, 6-point teaser. Chiefs minus 2.5. Lions game under 61. Eagles under 50 and under 57.5 plus 325. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. So Chiefs minus 2.5. Lions under 61. Eagles under 50. And Bills, Ravens under 50. Like, dude, I might play that. Like, that's pretty damn good. And it plus 325. Yeah, I'm in. I'll play that. I'll do that after the show. I'm in on that. I like that a lot. AFC over. Okay, so we were talking about this on in Omaha Sports Radio yesterday. Okay, so you look at the, and I think I actually have it here. You look at the Super Bowl favorites. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So the Lions are the favorite, 275. Chiefs are next at plus 350. Eagles third at plus 400. So here's the interesting thing. So if we take the Lions and the Chiefs, just take the two favorites, that means the books, as of right now, would have the Lions at what? 2.5 point favorite, 2-point favorite, like to open, if they were playing the Chiefs. Now, if you had the Chiefs playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I could see it probably opening up even. So going back to what you were saying, AFC over NFC, here's the point. The AFC, like, and not that this isn't the case in the NFC, but like, whoever wins the AFC has earned it. Like, let's just go through the Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs, right? Let's just use those three. They're going to be battle tested, dude. But, so I'm with you on that point. Now, the NFC is going to be the same way. Like, Lions, Eagles, Rams, Commanders, like whoever comes through that. You had to earn that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's take those top four. If we have NFC Championship, the Lions and the Eagles, AFC Championship, let's just use the Chiefs and the Ravens. You could use Chiefs and Bills. Like, of those 5 teams, like, I'm not saying any others can't win. Like, I'm just using those. That'd be an awesome championship weekend. Like, and the Eagles have to go on the road, right? Like, dude, that would be legit. So, yeah, so AFC, like, if the Lions get there, if the Lions get to the Super Bowl, they'll be the favorite. Probably 2 points over Kansas City, and then keep going down the AFC list. Chiefs and Eagles would be interesting because they're both winning defensively. You know what? The books might have some fun with that. They might open it up as the Eagles as a 1-point favorite and make the public bet the Chiefs because you know they're going to do it. You're going to get public money, but public money doesn't come until, I'll say this. Okay, so we're looking at the Super Bowl here. Remember this, and I know that we're far beyond it, but like, you've got 2 weeks. The public generally bets 1-2 days before the game. The mass majority. Now, you have everyone on the planet. Now, we're also going to talk about that when we get closer to it. Betting the Super Bowl is way different than any other game. Way different. Way different. Way, way, way different. But I'm interested to see if the books make some little moves here. Now, all right, here's one for you right here. So, Joe, we had a bunch of technical issues, man. Like, I don't know what happened. Mine was the only one that went through, so we had to go live. Okay. Name the finalist here. You see the odds. Chiefs versus Lions plus 370. This is all on DraftKings. You can bet this right now. Chiefs, Eagles plus 500. Ravens, Lions plus 500. Bills, Lions plus 550. Ravens, Eagles plus 700. Bills, Eagles plus 800. Hey, keep going down the list, right? Where do you see this going? Like, if you had to bet one of these, and let me pull up full screen so you can see it. If you had to bet one of these right now, I was going to make you put $1 on one of these. Write in the chat which one you'd pick. Chiefs, Rams, 1,800. Chiefs, Commanders, 2,500. Ravens, Rams, 2,500. Bills, Rams, 2,800. Ravens, Commanders, 3,000. Texans, Lions, 3,500. Yeah, like if I made you put $1 on one of these, where would you go? It's tough. Maddie says Bills, Lions, 550. Ravens, Eagles. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Plus 700. Ravens, Lions. Yeah, 500. From Bills, Eagles. Yeah. Bills, Eagles. That'd be a fun one. Oh, that's plus 800. That one's nice. Yeah. Raymond says Ravens, Eagles. Yep. Tim, good to see you, buddy. Really good to see you. Bills, Lions. God, that would be a fun Super Bowl. That would be such a fun Super Bowl, dude. Like, I'm not rooting for any team. Like, I'm not a fan of any of the team. Like, just from somebody who's going to watch the game. God, that would be a great Super Bowl. Bills, Lions would be a lot of fun. Roger Chalk again. Chiefs, Lions, 370. Yeah, and look, when your chalk is 370, like, it's tough. Like, we got some really good teams here. So I'm with you. Like, that'd be a great game. And you get paid nicely, man. Long shot Chiefs versus the Commanders. Ravens, Eagles. Yep. Yeah, that'd be a good game. God, that'd be a good game. Number one rushing offense against what? Number one rushing defense. Whew. That'd be a hell of a game. That'd be if you're an old school football person, Ravens, Eagles would be. That's old school, man. Detroit, Baltimore. That'd be a fun game, dude. What does that pay out? Where's that one at? Detroit, Baltimore. Yeah, plus 500. Nice. Yeah, super kick. That would be real nice. Joe, Bills, Eagles. Yeah, that'd be fun. The defense does win Super. You're exactly right. Defense does win Super Bowls. And look at the defenses that are here. Now, the Ravens are fascinating because they're an amazing rushing defense. But you know what? I'll give them credit. Their pass defense has gotten better. Now, it was the worst of the league, so it had to get better, but I'll give them credit to that. Those Bills, Lions, yep. Rob, Chiefs, Eagles. Brian, Chiefs, Eagles. John, I have Lions to beat the Bills plus 1,600. Okay. John, yep. Chiefs, Lions. I'm with you there. Scott, big money. Haas. Yeah, Texans, Lions. That'd be wild. That'd be a fun game. That'd be a really fun game. Happy 1 year. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Lions, Bills, and the Buckeye. Okay. All right, Leo, let's get to that. And then we'll get out of here. We've been out here for 50 minutes. All right, let me bounce this real quick and get college up here. So Ben brings up a great point. Lions, Bills, and Buckeyes to win it all. So you've got NFL, 2 games NFL on Saturday, 2 games NFL on Sunday, and then the national championship on Monday. Okay. Ohio State right now, 8.5-point favorite. Total's gone up a point to 46.5. So I throw it in the chat. Like, when you're looking at this, what's the first bet that comes to your mind? And while you're thinking, dropping, your thoughts in the chat here, let me just say this. Ohio State's incredible. Like, not that anybody didn't know that. This team is so good. They're so good. And not that Notre Dame isn't. Shoot. We've been betting Notre Dame overs all year long because they've been a wagon. Like, I worry about Notre Dame in this game. Ohio State's defense, like, their offense is incredible, but my God, like, that Ohio State defense is swarming, man. Like, Notre Dame's going to have to get creative running the ball. And Riley Leonard's going to have to do that, and he gets gassed. Like, it might take both quarterbacks. And I don't say that negatively, but it's going to take an effort. It's going to take an effort. But Riley Leonard can run. Like, that's the thing. They're going to have to switch it up. But speaking as someone who watched my team get the dog whipped out of them by Ohio State to start this run, right? Like, I know what Tennessee was all year. And what I'm saying is this. Ohio State on offense, specifically Ohio State's offensive line, made Tennessee's defensive line look like little kids. And no one did that this year. No one. Tennessee's defensive line is very for real. And Ohio State handled that without problem, right? And then you look at it on the other side, Jack Sawyer and boys, like, they ate apart Tennessee's offensive line. Like, and I'm not saying that Tennessee's Notre Dame. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using what I know in the fact that you couple in that Ohio State can run 3 safeties. Like, this defense is a problem to deal with. Same thing with their offense. Chip Kelly's calling his ass off. What about that? He's definitely crushing it. Any touchdown props? See, I don't get college props. Like, well, we'll have the team ones for sure starting tomorrow, like, as we go along. But who knows? But, like, if you're asking, like, individual players, I don't have that. But, yeah, if team ones, yeah, we'll definitely have it. Roger, under on Notre Dame team total. Let's see it. Robert, over 46.5, 27-21. Freddie, does Notre Dame have a chance to? Yeah, like, I asked the same thing. Like, I mean, obviously, of course, right? Like, they wouldn't be here if they weren't a good team. But they're going to have to coach their asses off. Like, and not that Marcus Freeman can't, but you're going to have to do a lot to stop a lot. Because Ohio State can do everything, man. They can run. Like, I'm with you. Like, I totally get your question, and it's valid, man. Like, I don't know. Like, If Ohio State comes out and scores like they have, you just start chopping off legs of your playbook. You can't run the ball anymore because you're down 21, right? We'll see, man. Yeah, there's always a chance for sure. I'm with you on that. All right, I have to root for Notre Dame. Good name spoke every year. Oh, nice. I'll say this about Notre Dame's campus. I've been there. It's nice. I mean, I've been to Ohio State. It's super nice too. But like Notre Dame it's different. Like it's quiet. It's quiet. Let me say this: if you walk in the bookstore of Notre Dame, there are books. It's not a store where you're buying hoodies, right? Like it is. You've got people like praying on the side of buildings, and with Notre Dame, like every building is made with the exact same brick. And you're talking about a pretty old campus. It's beautiful. Not that Ohio State's awesome. Awesome. But Notre Dame, like if anybody hasn't been there, it is it's Vatican money, baby. Like it is nice. It is real nice. Let's see. All right, touchdown, Jesus. Dude, yeah, hey, dude. Like that campus is cool. Like it's legit. Notre Dame needs to keep it close. I question Ohio State's ability. Like if you're gonna script a game plan, that's like what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, because the pressure is going to be on Ohio State, and again, like that would work in your favor if you're Notre Dame, right? You definitely don't want to be coming from behind because that's when Ohio State can just. Ugh. Good luck today, critics, with that. Yeah, of course, man. Let's have a day for sure. All right, let me get the picks back up here, and then we'll get out of here. And I'll put you the crew exclusive as well. Actually, I don't even know if we had one. I don't know if we had it up yet. Yeah, we did. All right. So, all right, here are the picks. I'm on Tennessee minus 11.5. Raphael's on the Lakers team total over 111.5. Giannis Antetokounmpo under 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Seabass is on 10 plus rebound parlay. Nikola Jokic and Josh Hart. Tommy Carlucci's on the Commanders plus 9.5, minus 112. Yeah, and we did have. Hold on one second. We did have crew exclusive. Here we go. Yeah, Raphael's on the Chiefs first half, minus 5.5. And then Seabass on the Bulls Rockets first quarter, under 62.5. So there you go. Get them all right there. Okay. All right. We'll get out of here, man. I appreciate you guys hanging tough with me. We had a bunch of technical issues, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll get all that worked out for sure. But everybody, yeah. Cyclones running live with Tennessee. There we go. All right. Hey, there we go. It's a little high five right there. All right, everybody. Best of luck. Hey, let's cash these tickets, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you again. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the Discord here in just a little while. Thanks.